our next guests are ready for a pool party. I want to welcome
Yes.
Ellen Leonard and Andy Ganocchio to the
Thank
program
you.
from Golden Rain Foundation.
Thank
You guys are set. You guys are pretty excited
we
here.
wanted to celebrate pool.
Well,
Yeah, but it's getting to be end of summer.
End of summer, so
yes.
the party's going to end a
Yes,
little
you
bit
could
in
take them
terms
off.
of.
but the party never stops at the pool. Believe me.
Yes,
That's party time.
absolutely.
So we want to talk a little bit about the pools and all the pools here in the community and what you guys do to maintain them and the safety measures and things like that. So let's talk about some of the aquatic programs that we have at all the pools.
Okay, well, Pool 1 is the big pool, the
Right.
pool that has all the programs. We have Emeritus, we have the Aquadettes,
Right.
and some swim clinics, but those are at Pool 2 as well. We have 5 pools. I mean, this is the most beautiful pools in community. We also have lap swimming at Pool 2. It's a little cooler water, so you could tolerate it longer to swim. And we have every pool has a hot tub except the Pool 6 for the kids. So did I answer your question? I think so.
Absolutely.
Aquadettes are awesome, but they're every day. And you can find the schedule online. And it's usually 11 to noon. And Emeritus has programs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we are, set. And we have Zumba, too.
Right.
I can't imagine Zumba in the water.
Make it work.
Yeah.
But for the pool usage, I mean, is it a tough thing balancing all the schedules for all the kind of groups and all the Zumbas and the Aquadettes and all the things that kind of go on? Is that tough making time for everybody?
Absolutely. The people that show up when they're practicing have to probably wait. And so the best thing is to go on the website to see if the class is scheduled and to see if the pool might be closed because of some kind of a mechanical error or something like that. But I have the pool usage, the data for the pool used the most is Pool 4.
Okay.
And it's the warmest as well. It's like about 22,000 people for up to, what is this, the 8 months. Yeah, for 8 months. So you so it's a high usage. Pool 2 is Pool 6 is the least usage. So, because that's seasonal. So.
Now, there is a difference. And Pool 2 is for the hardcore swimmers, laps.
Okay, that's a lap pool. That's
Lap
legit.
pool. And you have to reserve it. You have to reserve a time.
Okay.
And Pool 2 usage, I'm looking at this, I'm shocked. I have to get the usage up. We'll figure it out. But Pool 4 is the most popular, according to this, by far.
Okay.
And, why is that? I think part of it is you have the arts studio right next to it. And so people are coming in all day, and, maybe they chill out. Artsy types, they chill out.
Afterwards, let's take a dip in the pool.
There you go. And the hot tub, I'm told there's a very big social scene there, even at night.
It's a rumor has it. You're not part of the party, all this stuff?
Yes.
From a user standpoint, I've put something together, and I'll admit I can't swim. I'm from the inner city. We didn't have a swimming pool.
Really?
To this day. So I go to Pool 5, which is the shallow pool. It's 5 feet throughout. And I'm fine. You put me in a deep pool, I'll be on the shallow end. But so I live near Pool 5, and that's good. And I want to point that out. People probably go to the pool that's most convenient to them. If I had my druthers, I'd go to Pool 1. But it's 6 traffic lights to get to Pool 1. Whereas like Ellen here, she goes to Pool 4. She lives on the other side, Gate 1. She just crosses El Toro pretty easy.
Easy peasy.
So there's something to that. And what we've done, though, is like Pool 5 seems like it serves the third mutual. And Pool 1 serves United. And then everything in between. Pool 6 is actually in the third area, but Pool 6 is a special pool. It's closed in the wintertime, and that's where we send the kids. And I got to tell you, for a while there, when Pool 6 was down, they wanted to send them to 5. Oh my God, the uproar.
Can you imagine?
Oh, from the
Pool
users,
6, and then when Pool 6 is closed, they go to 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's.
Where they freeze them out.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite pool, though?
I would go to 1
5,
because it's got all kinds of shade.
Yeah.
4 has some
Right.
shade, but
Covered.
1
That
is
built-in coverage, that's a nice
Yeah.
ad. That's a nice ad.
And if you tried to put that at the other pool, really expensive. This is California. It would cost an arm and a leg.
Right.
So enjoy pool one.
And speaking of expensive, you're our treasurer here for
Yes, I
GRF,
am.
and these pools, there's maintenance, there's lifeguards, there's just the temperature of keeping those things up. There's a lot of expense goes into maintaining these
It
pools.
sure does,
right?
and I've got some numbers on that. We have 5 pools. Pools 1, 2, 4, and 5, excluding 6, costs roughly $300,000 a year each. And pool 6 costs about $125,000 because it's half a year and it's smaller. Now, of that cost of $300,000, half of it is for lifeguards, pool guards, we call them. And the rest of it is materials and supplies. We have an allocation for VMS people, and we have other, including depreciation. So if you were to cut back the hours on a pool arbitrarily, we're trying to save money, it would only affect the labor.
Right.
Because the other stuff, you have to treat the water.
You have to treat the water. Yeah, you can't turn off the heat
Yeah.
part of the day.
That's right. Yeah. So it's not so simple. But on the other hand, when you go there and you see 1 or 2 people at the pool, it's costing you $50, $60 an hour on average.
Yeah,
You wonder.
We're talking about balancing out the usage of the pool, the times that people use the pool with the lifeguards. So we're going to try and balance it out. We're going to play around with it a little bit. We need more data, and then once we get that data, then we'll balance around. Because we need other things at the pool. We need pool, like lounge chairs for ADA,
Right.
umbrellas. So we would love to be able to do all of that. And but the expenses right now with the lifeguards.
Now, I know a lot of the associations are looking for revenue streams. Have you guys looked at all in terms of saying, okay, well, here's some dead spots during the day where this pool is being underutilized. Where could we get people in the community to have some sort of revenue stream, like rent it out to other folks? I don't know if how that works, but
That was during COVID, right? People were renting out their pools.
Yeah, and so things like that.
There is a legal issue. We
Yes.
checked with our counsel on it, and there's a line. When you offer it to the public, when you cross that line, then all sorts of things happen. You have to do this and that. So it's not practical for us to really offer it to the public.
Okay.
And even though Ellen tells me somebody could bring in 5 guests.
Yes.
5
Yeah,
guests.
one
So,
person.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be adjusted.
Okay, so you adjust that.
Yeah, and then we'll see the real users. So yeah.
Okay.
Now, that being said, I just touched on the operating costs, but in fact, Pool 2, we just did a redo of the pool deck, and that was over $200,000. And instead of using cast concrete, which is the typical, we worked out a way to use pavers. And pavers are the way to go. They look better. And, in this earthquake country, ground moves. And all concrete cracks. And once it cracks, you can't fix it. The pavers take care of that. They look better. And so I'm pleased about that. And I hope when we do the other pools, we'll do that.
Yeah, one thing that we have ADA lifts at every pool, even pool 6, that's seasonal. And we also have AED. Those things that you put on your
the
chest.
defibrillators.
Yes, and those are at every pool. So we're prepared for, anybody that is handicapped that needs to get in the pool, and so for any emergencies. So, and there hasn't been any incident reports in 2 years. We didn't go back as far as 3, but no incident.
No
with
incidents
any
of using the AED or anything like that? Okay.
Nope.
Now, how about lifeguard? Do you know the numbers on lifeguards? Have there been rescues? Have there been assistance
No.
in lifeguards? Things
No,
like that,
well,
where
there's-
people have an emergency or
Yeah.
something like that goes beyond
Yeah,
that?
there was an assist report, where they told somebody, get out of the hot tub, you've been in there too long. Because what
Okay.
happens is you start to just sort of
Yes.
fade,
Oh,
and
okay,
you don't
okay.
recognize that you
overheated.
can't be in there too long. That kind of assistance, not jumping in the pool and saving somebody. I mean, if it was, there would be no question. But we don't charge for the pools. You have to pay to golf, so there is no fee for the pool. And so it's all absorbed by everybody here.
Right.
Everybody that pays an assessment is paying for the pool. So that's,
It's a core amenity, and we actually have a resolution from years ago, from 2012. I found it myself.
wow.
It talks that we cannot charge a fee for the use of the pool.
Okay.
It's a we can change the resolution, but we're not going to do that.
To resident. But you have special events like Grandkids Day, you know,
Yes.
the recreation department puts it on, and
Right.
you know, everybody gets a little wristband, you
Right.
pay for
Right.
whatever
Right.
kind of thing. So there are some occasions where you can have the special events for letting outsiders, like you say,
Yes.
you know, in visitors kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
Right, absolutely, and they're welcome, but we have limitations on the children. You know, you can swim from 2 to 4,
Right.
or you know, or you can swim at pool 2 when pool 6 is closed. But pool 2 is really cold for kids. They don't like swimming in there.
What is the feedback you're getting from residents and people in the community in terms of pool usage, cost, things like that? Are you hearing things that they want to take in a certain direction?
Well, the feedback has been limited, so we're hoping that we can get feedback. And the lifeguards do play a part in settling disputes, because people will have arguments. So I think that is one of the biggest benefits. Otherwise, they would have to, security would have to be called in. So there are disputes about music, about playing your own
okay.
music and that kind of thing.
The music, we
but
have a
need
policy.
feedback.
Radios,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
You know,
Little portable radios, little pods,
Yeah.
little.
you have
Yeah.
earphones, okay, use them. So the official policy is no, you cannot have
Yeah.
a device, loudspeaker device playing.
Okay.
Right.
Now, maybe if the kids are at pool 6, maybe they can play their radios
Right.
there too, because the kids are not quiet, you know. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Send them to pool 6, but people want to go where they want to go, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We try to please everybody you can.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of an impossibility, right?
Yeah,
So
it
in,
is.
in terms of like what that balance is and how you can strike that balance, and no
Exactly.
matter what change you make or what
Right.
you implement, there's always going to be a kind of a tug back and forth on what the right
Correct.
thing is to do, right?
And it's for the benefit of the residents, you know, so, and we're trying to weigh between one or the other. Do we keep lifeguards all the time, every day? It's every single day.
Right.
And we have 6 pools, so think about it. That's
Yeah.
a lot. You go to other HOAs, we've done our research, and none of them have lifeguards.
Right.
And
My
these
HOA
are-
doesn't have a lifeguard.
No, and these are 55 and older communities, so they don't have lifeguards.
Right, and it just says swim
Yeah.
on risk.
So it'll be a
Swim at your own
slow,
risk.
it'll be a real gradual change, you know, so that's what we're hoping. And any feedback, we've got, you know, phone numbers, website, anything. You can come to a meeting, we welcome it. There's a meeting at 1:30 today for the activities committee, and that's my committee, and I welcome feedback, you know,
Yeah.
so.
Why is it important to take a look at this overall in the big picture? Like, you know, instead of just, everything's fine, everything's working, is it important really to kind of revisit this and
Yes.
kind of evolve the policies and the procedure and the maintenance and
Yeah.
and how we keep up with these things?
Well, we're trying to keep the assessments, not raise the assessments too much,
Right.
so Andy will tell you how
But I
much.
think he touched on it.
Yeah,
Why always focus on cost? Get more people to use it. That's really, if we can convey more value to the residents,
yeah,
you know, great, you know, you're paying for value. you know.
Right.
I think we do a great job with people that have disabilities.
yes.
Great job with that. And we see people at Pool 5, where I go, see people with disabilities all the time, and we accommodate them, and they have fun, and it's great. That the whole idea is for everybody in this village to get involved. Socialization. People live longer when they're engaged with other people versus sitting in a house watching the TV. Get out, meet other people, and swimming pool's a good way to do that.
Yes.
And the renovations at Pool 1, at least from what I've seen, they were amazing in terms of the facilities there and what they
Sure.
did with the
The
pool and things like that.
Yeah, the
And
shower
so
rooms, yeah.
It's like a
that-
resort.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Yeah,
those
I like
showers are-
Pool 1 because you have the gym and fitness room
Yeah,
right next
you've
to
got
with
choices.
showers. And, you know, either way, before or after, you could go and get more physical activity. It's a complete experience versus just dipping in the pool. But we also have people that just go and chat with their neighbors. and
Right.
It's
Just
really,
lounge
it's a big-
around.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a big
so
deal.
no matter what you're doing, you know, and I think that's, like you said, one of the things that has drawn people to this community is the amenities, the golf,
Yes.
the pool, the
yeah.
activities, and those kinds of things.
The
So,
clubs,
yeah.
yeah.
And so those are one of those things that you want to keep
Yeah.
going
Yes.
in perpetuity.
Yes. and you have to balance the budget. What is being used more often? Do we do the bunkers at the golf course, you know? Or do we do something at Pool 1? We have a job there that we have to do something on the budget. Yeah.
Looking at your numbers today,
Yeah.
do something at Pool 2. We've got to get the usage up at Pool 2. It's a beautiful pool.
Or
It's
it'll be
laps.
shut down. It will keep it
Well-
open 7, 8 in
Right,
the
the
morning.
operating hours might be
Yes,
limited because there's just
exactly.
nobody's using it, right? So
Exactly.
that's a concern, and that's definitely a
That's
thing
why
to
we
look
want
at.
to know, and we need the data.
Right.
Now, the
So
other thing
we've
is Pool 2
requested it.
has a view. Pool with a view.
Oh, I love that pool.
It does. It's got a beautiful view. You
Yeah.
look out, it's really
Yeah.
kind of neat.
Yeah, all the mountains in the background.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous
Check
spot.
out Pool 2, people.
Shout out to Pool 2. Get
Yeah.
out there, guys, and start
Yeah.
swimming
There
in
you
Pool
go.
2.
Yeah.
One of the things that's going on at GRF that's outside of the area of the pool is that you guys are looking for some new members.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we are. There's a lot of elections going on.
Right.
And candidates, and I think candidates for GRF open up tomorrow. So,
I believe so.
Yeah, so we're looking for, and anybody, first of all, the qualification is you have to be a resident.
Right.
So, or a member. You have to
Right.
be a member.
Right.
Not a non-member,
Yeah,
okay?
man or owner.
Yeah, and your assessments need to be current. And then you just come in, fill out an application, talk to anybody that you see that's a director, and we would share what kind of time commitments, what you should, think about venturing into. If you don't want too much time, you might want to go to VMS, or right, Andy?
That being said, the VMS Secretary's Department provides all board members with copious amounts of information, hard copy or electronic.
Yes.
And I can tell you, go electronic, because the paper is just overwhelming
Yes.
after a while. Because in California here, you have to notice things for 3 months. So you see it 3 different times, and it appears in the package 3 different times, 3 different packages of paper. It really, unless you can manage paper, you're going to be overwhelmed.
200 pages, yeah.
But they have an electronic way of doing it, and like I said, the Secretary's Department, very accommodating, and they
Yeah.
keep us informed all the time of what's going on, because there are a lot of meetings. So, the first thing I would suggest is that people interested in getting on the board, go to some of these committee meetings and see what's going on. For example, Ellen today, Thursday, September 11th, she has a Community Activities Committee at 1:30
Correct. In the
And-
boardroom.
in the boardroom, yeah.
And that's where the real learning happens in the
Yes.
committees, in terms of that's where you dig deep on the specific
you do.
issues and those things, right?
Absolutely, the committee. The board just gives it a blessing, but the committee's the hard work. We do the research, we discuss, we go into deep discussion. You can come and sit in the gallery and just listen. You don't have to participate. You can just listen and see if this would be something that you could use. We have a lot of time, so.
Yeah.
Not us, okay, but as retired people, so.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for your service. And it's a pool
Yes.
party, as we always
Yes.
say
There you
for
go.
Ellen and Andy. They got
Yes.
the pool party going on.
That's
Yes.
right.
There we-
Thank you,
Thank you for
Michael.
joining us.
Okay.
Take care.